When it's broken down, the word accessibility means the ability to access. And that's why it's so important. It's intentionally designing our world to include everyone, regardless of disability. It's working so that people have access to more of life. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about 3 myths when it comes to accessibility and having meetings with people with disabilities. Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and for all the best information on special needs planning, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure that you're alerted every time that I post new videos. Now, before we get into the myths, I want to talk about how important accessibility is. People with disabilities need financial services too. Like we talked about in a previous video, they can grow their wealth and live successful, both personally and professionally and financially, lives. Now, having accessibility is a lot more than just having an accessible website and parking. This is a personal business, and so we need to make sure that our offices, our parking, and our buildings are accessible, but almost most importantly, that our communication is accessible. We need to make sure that in all that we do, we are making it inclusive for all. So myth number 1, people with disabilities have no need for financial services because they don't have any money. Yes, there are some people with disabilities living in poverty. Actually, there is a higher number of people with disabilities in poverty than the non-disabled population. But like we talked about in the video, Growing Wealth with a Disability, there are tools and resources available so that people with disabilities can grow their wealth while also maintaining those benefits that they need. Not only that, but the baby boomer population is increasingly developing disabilities as they grow older. This is a crucial reason that we need to start the planning process early so we can be prepared for the possibility of any diminished capacity. Myth number 2. Individuals with hearing impairments need to have a financial advisor who knows ASL. That's not necessarily true. Yes, communicating with an individual with a hearing impairment might be more challenging than communicating with a hearing person, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. There are ways to enhance communication between you and them. I'll give you 3 quick little tips. 1, find a place that is quiet and not full of distracting noises. 2, make sure that your face is well lit and that you're sitting directly in front of them so that they're able to read your lips if that person relies on lip reading. And then number 3, write notes. Maybe you have to pass notes back and forth, but that's a fine way to communicate. Myth number 3, clients with developmental disabilities don't need to be included in the planning process. I disagree with this wholeheartedly. They definitely need to be involved in the planning process. This is a major reason why we fill out the memorandum of intent, so they can describe what they want their life to look like, what they want to be able to accomplish, and other things that are important to them. So not only should they be involved in filling out the memorandum of intent every single year, they should also come to the meetings because this is their life. Their opinion matters. They need to be included. So when they come, they need to be met with a warm, positive attitude. They need to be spoken to naturally and not patronized. Also, it's really important to remember that a person is a person before their disability. So you should not ever refer to somebody by their disability first. It's not a Down syndrome woman. It's a woman who has Down syndrome. Now, before I finish this video, I want to remind you to vote. Election day is next week, and wouldn't it be amazing if we had a record number of people with disabilities going to enact their most fundamental right? Now, if you have any questions on your rights when it comes to voting, make sure that you check out my video, Voters with Disabilities, after this video to get more information on that. Now, I hope that you found this information to be helpful, and while, yes, there are some general basics when it comes to special needs planning, it's really important that you speak to somebody who has specialized knowledge in the area of special needs planning for your individual approach. Now, if you like this information, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure you're alerted every time that I post new videos, and please share it with a friend. And if you really liked what you heard today, make sure that you click on that link below to become a client, and we can start putting together your overarching financial strategy with your special needs plan. Now, thank you for watching, and remember, planning for your loved one's future today makes for a confident tomorrow.